Alright, I am recording. Welcome. We got PKS Young Ladder here and PKS Blood Eagle, aka Opie from the Sons of Anarchy. This is him. I put your picture on screen. What's up, bro? You want to say hi to the people, Jared? Jared! Did you walk away from the computer? It's my fault, because I didn't give him a heads up that I was starting. We're just on call, and I just decided to start the video. But that's really funny. Okay, so today we're doing a breakdown of the Bear division. The teams that were drafted, we're going to be going through them, talk about their strengths, talk about their weaknesses. And we're going to be doing 3 videos, one for each division. There's 3 divisions of 12. So let's just get into it. I think I can hear Opie coming back right now. What's up, Jared?
Yo.
Dude, I did like a whole intro. I told everyone who you were. I showed them your picture and how you look like Opie from Sons of Anarchy. And then you just weren't there. It was crazy.
Did you introduce me as the reigning, defending, undisputed heavyweight champion of season 1?
I didn't, but that's good. We should definitely let everyone know that you won the one and only draft league that you did win. I've won like 3 of them, but Jared won 1 of them and he's really proud of it. Anyway, let's dive into the analytics, starting with, oh wait, this is the wrong div. This is Bull. We're doing Bear, right?
Yeah, we're doing Bear.
Okay, hold on. Bear.
Bull's the next one.
Dude, my computer is painfully slow. I really need to. If I win this thing, I'm buying a computer. New computer.
If we meet in finals, I will throw just so you can get in the computer.
I appreciate it. All right.
I'll bring one more.
Oh, so you're actually the first one on the list, Jared Brown. So.
Yep, that's me.
I don't know if people can. I might have to like zoom in because of how this looks on the screen. Hold on, let me see if I can zoom in.
Go over to the team tabs, the individual team tabs.
No, it's alright, I can zoom. It's fine. Do this old
Oh,
school.
yeah, that works.
Okay, so Dragapult. Start with okay. So Dragapult and Iron Valiant automatically is just a disgusting, synergetic core. Oh, it's offensive, obviously, but it's mixed. You don't really know which one is gonna be the special side, the physical side, or both, because they can do either. Like there's the Specs Pult, the DD Pult, Wispax, Valiant obviously can do like anything it wants to. Did you say screens? Don't. If I see you use screens Dragapult, I'll like block you for at least a week. Don't waste the Dragapult for the screens. Empoleon for the unique water and steel typing. I think it's the only Pokemon that gets that. You know, this is your team. I'm gonna let you talk about it because I feel like I'm gonna be doing a lot of talking, and this is literally your team. So why don't you tell me why you picked what you picked, and like what you like about it, where you feel it's strong, where you feel like you might have to make some trades to patch any holes if you see any, blah blah blah.
All right, so Dragapult, obviously we already went into. It's just it was a mon that's just made for draft. Hands down, that thing just gets everything. Valiant, I wasn't going to take Valiant. I actually had my eyes on Tapu Lele, but to my surprise, Valiant not only made it all the way through the first round, but made it all the way back up on the snake to the end of the second round. So I had no choice. I had to take Valiant. Empoleon is a mon that I've never used before, not even on cart. Defog, bulky water, those are the 2 things you always want to go for. And like you had already mentioned, it is the only water steel type of its kind.
Yeah.
And it gets so much utility. It's just a great mon.
It works well because it gets flip turn too, so you can literally do like if you want to run like Specs Bolt, like flip turn, U-turn,
yeah.
Like you can put them in the blender a little bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The typing synergy, you went straight for the DSF,
Yep.
which is typical. I mean, a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
And then after that, you decided to go. I don't know if this is in order or not. Did you go Arcanine next?
No, I actually after that I went Tornadus. Tornadus Therian. I originally was gonna go for Corviknight, but I got sniped. So I was like, you know what? I want a bulky bird that can do a lot of
Versatile.
things.
Yeah, it's similar to like Dragapult. Like it just can do a lot. It can do more
Yeah,
than Dragapult.
and
Yeah.
on top of that, I really wanted to kind of try out a region core this season because this is something I've never done before as a region core during a draft. I've ran it on ladder numerous times and it's got great success. So I said, you know what, screw it. I'm gonna grab Tornadus and keep my eyes out for other region mons.
Yeah, I like it. The only one thing I don't like is that they're both have the same. They share a weakness. That's the only thing. Is the ice.
Yes. The ice and the flying, and well, not necessarily flying, but Tangrowth does have a problem with the flying type.
Yeah, but you've got Empoleon to kind of cover for that. So.
Right. Yeah. And then Arcanine and Overqwil were really good for me last season in my championship run. Donphan it's Donphan, dude. Like you just can't go wrong with the Dawn.
The Dawn.
And then Sableye, I grabbed it for utility reasons. I mean, Prankster Wisp, Prankster Thunderwave, Prankster Screens. Like it's one of the better Prankster mons. And for 5 points.
It is great. But you know what? I thought this thing got Parting Shot because of ZA. And it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't in Natdex. So if you guys are in any Natdex drafts, just keep that in mind if you've been playing like the CAO UPET mod. But this is I want to try and go through as many teams as I can, as quickly and concisely, but also somewhat thoroughly as I can, because we've got 12 of them here, and James wants. James wants me to keep this video, I'm assuming, in between like 25-30 minutes. So just okay. I'm a little biased because I was helping you draft this as you were drafting it, but this seems like a pretty S tier team to me. Maybe like, I don't know, A+. Like,
I think if it wasn't my team, I would say that this is an A+ team, and I'm gonna try to say this as non-biased as possible because it is my team. I think me lacking a electric type Pokemon for free Volt switches against people like my first week opponent, who's sitting right next to me on the screen here, does not have a ground type.
Oh yeah. I mean, you've got U-turn, you've got teleport, you got flip turn, you got you have momentum, but I get what you're saying. Volt switches. Yeah. You want to be able to abuse people, like we'll do him next, Christopher. So notice, like Jared had just pointed out, there is no ground type. I will say, if you're out there and you're somebody that's like new to draft, or even if you've been doing draft for a while, if it's something you haven't, incorporated regularly, definitely you need a ground type for that reason. Volt Switch is one of the best moves in competitive Pokemon. If somebody can just abuse it on you, you're starting off on the back foot. So, yeah, right off the bat, there's a lot of things. I don't want to be mean. This is just like my honest interpretation of this team. There are good things about it, don't get me wrong. Like Roaring Moon is really strong. Lele, he's got like a couple of strong Pokemon individually. Zapdos, one of the best competitive mons of all time. But the things I don't like are you're starting out A, with no ground type, and B, it seems to be like very sun heavy. Like, which isn't bad, but for me personally, I think weather should be not so much a priority, like a must-have, but more of like a if I can get it, as like it's cool, but it's not necessary. This is like centered around weather, so I don't really like it personally, but I mean it's cool. Like he's got some cool stuff. So
I think honestly, this team that Chris drafted is hands down one of the best teams he actually has ever drafted, minus the glaring the no ground type. And he is very, I would say, top heavy, not necessarily as for points, but as in for the sun. Also, his best defensive mon is Orthworm, and it is bad in Sun because you're boosting someone else's fire moves.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a great ground immunity. I like that, but it does not help him with running into someone who has another Sun team or a fire type that can be abused in Sun.
Does Vaporeon get Weather Ball?
Weather Ball, yes. All the evolutions get Weather Ball.
So that's kind of cool. So you can like, you can like bait in Steel types and Weather. I mean, I would give this team like a solid like B rank, like right in the middle of B. Like not terrible, but not great. Like could use some.
Yeah. Honestly, like I'm the pick I love the most on his team here, besides Zapdos, because you already mentioned Zapdos is literally one of the best competitive mons to date. I love the Cofagrigus pick. That mon is a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
I don't want to cuss.
Yeah, no, I mean you can like this isn't. I'm not gonna put it on like for kids. Like if you want to cuss, you can cuss. But yeah, no, the Coffin is mad annoying. I ran Zama last season, and Richard made it less fun with that Pokemon. It was definitely an annoying obstacle. Yeah. But let's move on. Let's move to Samuel. He picked for his first pick my actual favorite Mega. Well, this and Megazard Y are like they're the two Megas that you just click, like, and shit starts dropping.
Yeah.
So I like that a lot. I don't know how much I like it for draft in particular, simply because it's item locked. It's still great. It still does what it does, and I like it. It's just I personally maybe wouldn't have went that route simply because, like, I don't know. I don't think I've ever drafted a Mega. Like, I don't like Megas for draft leagues because you can't switch it up. Like, people know what it is. Yeah, but I do like the Pokemon.
I think I like Mega Diancie. I think it's a great mon. I don't know how I feel about it in draft, but I do think it's a great mon. I think he needs to be really, really cautious of priority moves. Because I see nothing stopping anyone from Sucker Punch. I see nothing stopping anyone from Bullet Punch, and his two best mons are weak to both.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, yeah, Bullet Punch will kill Diane because it's 4x-X, and then Golden Go, and then you're saying there's no like Psychic Terrain, and well, you're thinking about that because you were thinking about Lele. You were thinking about drafting Lele, and that shuts down priority.
I mean, even looking at like Mudsdale, it doesn't resist Sucker Punch. It doesn't resist. Well, it does. I think it does resist.
Do you know how thick this thing is though? Like,
it's thick. Oh, absolutely. If you accidentally hit that thing and you give it a +2 defense, and then it has body press, like you're in trouble unless you have a ghost type.
Yeah, no, it's very, very thick. I like Mence a lot. I think that's a great pick for draft because it can do so many things. It can be special. It can be DD. It can be defog. It can be.
Oh yeah.
Specs if you want to be like like funny.
Yeah. I think honestly, I'm not happy. Now it's not my decision, of course. I'm not happy with his choice of Z user. I really wish he would have went Superior here.
I agree with that. Yeah, because it gets like, I don't know Inteleon's entire move pool, but I know that Superior gets some cool stuff. Like you can like Dragonium Z and stuff like that.
Right. And on top of that, you're getting the contrary boost off of Leaf Storm, no matter what, if it hits, of course. And you don't have to worry about setting up and taking damage without doing damage. You can literally set up.
Yeah, you don't have to click fucking whatever the critical. Because Inteleon's all about critical hits. There's like a focus energy. You don't have to worry about that before you drop your Z.
Right. And Superior is just a great mon. I do think he did a good job by picking up Infernape there. I think that's a great mon. I love it in draft.
Yeah, no, again, mixed attack. It can be a good breaker. He's definitely, I see the vision. Like, you get the Fairy Steel Dragon, you get the Fire Water Grass, you've got the Fighting Dark Psychic. He's got all the synergies, and he's got a ground type, and he's got EQ immunes. Yeah, screens. He's got a
Right.
lot of good stuff.
Both of his dark types are both flying types as well, and that's something that he needs to be mindful of.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a fairy weakness.
Yeah.
But Goldengo, I mean, Goldengo is, you know, he's
It's a
gonna,
stud.
it's a stud. All right, let's move on to Steven Jean Philippe.
Before we go, I'm gonna give Samuel a
Oh,
solid B.
right, my bad. I'm gonna give him a
You're
B. I'm
good.
gonna give him a B plus, only because I like this team more than I like this team, the last one. So I think it's better than Chris's.
Okay, I can see that.
Okay, Steven Jean Philippe, Zygarde 50, Clef, Pex, Celesteela. I think, again, we're seeing a common pattern here. Dragon, Fairy, Steel. He went ahead and doubled down with the Steel, so that's also his ground immune. So he kind of killed two birds with one stone there. Toxapex can wall on whatever side of the spectrum you want it to wall. Clef can kind of do the same thing while also being a versatile offensive threat or a utility Pokemon. I'm just trying to go through these
So
kind of quick, like
I'm gonna throw.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna throw it out there. Or I'm gonna throw it out there because you just got to Volcarona. Where is his defogger?
I don't. The Celesteela doesn't get it, right? I know he's got Fortress,
No.
which is spin. He's got Mega Sableye, bro. This is actually a very. He probably played Gen 7, this guy, because this is a very common Gen 7 core, or Gen 6 core, like late Gen 6, early Gen 7, I forget. But you get the Magic Bounce. You lead Sableye and you Mega, and then if there's a Pokemon that ever is gonna, you think it is gonna click Stealth Rock, you just go hard Sableye, and then that makes it so you can run like Z Volk, or you can run, I know not this obviously in this league, but you can run like Sub Quiver Dance, like you can run like different shit because of the Magic Bounce. His Z guy is Meloetta, which I have never used as a Z Captain, but I know that it's mixed, so that's kind of cool, I guess.
The Relic song. The reason I brought up the defog thing is like I said, I don't want to have to rely on just Mega Sableye and Fortress to be my hazard removal. It sucks that I know he got sniped as well with the Celesteela pick. Because I mean,
Does it not get? It doesn't get defog? No, right?
No. Another thing that I'm gonna throw out there: Toxapex, not good in draft. I'll die on this hill.
You don't think so? I think it's
No.
I mean, I think it's good because it's a grounded poison, right? And that's good to have because it's T-Spike. Why don't you like it in draft?
There's so many things in from Gen 1 to Gen 9 now that get a random sidekick move. Or a dark move. Dark type Pokemon got a real big buff in Gen 9. And with them, and the thing is a lot of them get sidekick coverage or ground coverage, which is surprising.
Yeah, I mean, ground has always been a very spammable.
Right.
I mean,
so
you got Steela to pair with it. I think these two cover each other well.
They do.
And Pex. I'm not sure what Brute Bonnet's doing here. I know that guy's like a Sun abuser. Maybe he's gonna click Sunny Day or something with Sableye. I don't know.
It gets a really strong sucker punch, and I think it gets Leech Seed. I'm not 100% sure on that Mon. I'm not very experienced with it. Anything that's four times weak to bug, I don't mess around with unless it's Hoopa and Bound.
Yeah, I mean, I would say his defensive synergy is pretty good. I'm not seeing like a huge glaring hole.
No, I don't see any hole, especially with Clefable sitting right there. Like that thing is a threat to anybody in there.
It looks strong. It just looks maybe a little bit outdated. That's all. Like I think he doesn't. This strikes me as a person that used to play older gens and then just saw Brute Bonnet and was like, "What's this guy?" and then decided to give him a try because he doesn't really fit in terms of like team composition, I don't think, unless I'm missing something. But like, I think this is fine. It's like an A minus maybe.
I would give it a B minus, only because of the synergy is all. I don't agree with the synergy.
Well, it's just Brute Bonnet. Everything else makes sense to me. I don't know, but whatever. We're going on to the next one. Steven
Yep.
Kerr. Galarian Slowking Corviknight. I've used this core before. It's really annoying to break through. So.
Scoot your team over or your screen over a little bit more.
Oh, you can't see it?
No, I can't see the roster.
You can't. Oh! You want to see the? Oh, hold on. How about
there you go?
That good? Okay.
That's a little bit better, yeah.
So Galarian, Slowking, Corviknight, Blaziken, Sylveon, Mega Sharpedo, Glaceon. I like the first two a lot. As a backbone. Blaziken is like, obviously it's one of those Pokemon that once it gets going, it's hard to stop. It snowballs wins pretty easy, but it also kind of kills itself in the process. Sylveon is pretty good, solid draft pick. I don't really like the Mega Sharpedo, although I understand it because he literally went fighting, psychic, dark, and then like I get that. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Megas, like I said before. Glaceon for 2. If you can pair it with Chilly Reception, you get blizzards that don't miss, which is really nice. Decidueye, like, reasonably threatening as an offensive Pokemon, and also, got a little bit of bulk behind it. Heliolisk, I don't usually want to use that on like weather, right? I don't know what that's to do.
Yeah. Dry skin. I think it's the ability it gets. I think the Decidueye pick for Z Captain is a very highly boosted base 180 power.
Oh, dude, we gotta speed run these. We're at 22 minutes already. All right, hold on.
Oh.
Here's what we'll do to make it fair. I'll speed run a team, and then you speed run a team, and then we'll just do it that way. I'll wrap this one up. All right, Piloswine, Diamond in the Rough for sure. Tyrantrum, if you hit, you win, but like you're probably a gambler if you pick this guy. Scyther, low-key threat, worth 5 points. I like it. I like the Piloswine the most in terms of value picks. I'd give this team like a solid B rating. All right, Jared, go to Simon. Do Simon.
Scroll over to Simon.
I'm on him right now. You don't see it?
No. I'm looking at Steven, John Philippe, and Steven Kerr. You scroll to the right.
You see it?
No. Scroll to the right.
I can't. I'm already all the way scrolled to the right.
Oh, wait. Let me pull it up on my phone.
All right.
I have it up.
I'll do Simon, and then you can do Stuart after that. All right. So Simon went even more Sun than Chris, which it's like strong if you get all your turns right, but also not really because it's draft. It's not ladder or tournament. I wouldn't do this. Like it's very one-dimensional. It's strong, but it's one-dimensional. Easy to prep for. Don't like it. Sorry, Simon. I love you, but don't love your team. Golisopod, cool Pokemon, bad ability. Iron Bundle, massive threat. Poltegeist, also a massive threat, and the fact that you made it a Z Captain is pretty disgusting. Audino, I like. Tinkaton, great Pokemon. One of the few cheaper ways to wall, like Lele and stuff like that. Silvally, not a big fan. Again, because item lock. Grafaiai, huge fan. Love Prankster, love Parting Shot, love the grounded poison. There's some stuff I like about this team. I don't like the way that it was. Like, it's very clearly a Sun team, primarily a Sun team. So I don't know. I guess like B. So do you have Stuart's team up, Jared?
Yep.
Okay.
Darkrai, great mon, strong, fast, can be scarfed, specs, life orb, name it. Landorus Therian, great mon, defog, double dance, name it. It's great mon. Skeledirge, that is a sleeper mon. I'm not even going to go any further with that one. I don't want to give anybody ideas.
Okay.
Slowking, it's a good mon. I think it still gets regenerator, right?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Yeah. Regen, Future Sight, Chili, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Compared to a Mega
bulky
Low,
water.
Yeah. It's literally Future Sight plus Fighting type. It's like a tried and true, like, offensive mod.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mega Lopunny, great. I mean, we don't even need to go into Mega Lopunny. If you play competitive Mons, you know Mega Lopunny.
Yeah.
Klefki, Prankster Screen, Steel Fairy, can be an offensive threat. Vikavolt, Sticky Webs, great Mon in general. Hydrapple, do not like that pick at all. I don't think that Mon should ever exist.
Is that just because you don't like it, or is it, or you don't think it's good?
I don't think it's good for draft.
Oh, why? I know we're trying to speed run, but like, oh, the 4 times weakness.
4-time weakness in a hidden power format.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, he's got Slowking though, so like the regen core makes sense to me. But I get what you're saying. 4 times weakness is gonna
Right.
suck for.
I'm looking at Lando. I'm looking at Hydrapple.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm just,
yeah. No, you're right. If Slowking goes down, it's kind of like free to click HP ice on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wheezing, not a grounded poison. It gets levitate, so you don't have to worry about getting EQ'd. But again, not a grounded poison.
Does it only
I
have
hope
that
you-
as an ability though? Can it switch abilities and be grounded?
I think it gets neutralizing gas.
I think that's the other one.
I think.
I'll check.
Oh, wait,
I'll
yeah,
check
yeah,
later.
it-
I'll check later. I'll check later. I feel like. Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a solid C plus.
C plus. Damn, you did him dirty. Damn.
I love you, Stuart. I'm sorry.
I think Stuart. I think your team's at least like a B range. All right, Sean Woodward, our boy Sean. He doesn't really play much Mons anymore. He's just there for the vibes. So, I'm not gonna grade this team as heavily or as as critically as I would the other ones. I'm just gonna go. So Mega Kangaskhan actually is kind of a nasty pick though. Gyarados. Gyarados is literally my favorite Pokemon of all time in terms of like what it represents. For draft, I mean, it's okay. It's not great. Ferrothorn does pair well with it because it resists the electric attacks. Pidgeot, he made as a Z captain. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to ask him about that. That's kind of crazy. Rillaboom.
I'll tell you why.
Oh, you know why?
He actually. Yeah. Look at his roster. He only picked one Mon below 10 points.
Oh shit, you're right. Okay. Rillaboom, Rotom Heat. Okay, so you got like the fire water grass going. You got the steel. You got the fairy with Togekiss. You got the fighting type. So you got it's a little bit all over the place, but he's got some hitters. Like Mamoswine and Crook in the same team is wild. That's crazy. That's crazy person shit. But whatever. I think I think that this team needs a little bit of work. But overall, I think it has the potential to be a good team. But right now, probably C rank.
Yeah, I agree. C.
Okay, next one, James. Hold on, I have to zoom out a little bit. James. I actually helped him build this, so.
I think this. So there's 3 teams on this division that really scares me a lot. James is one of them. Chris Niebla is one of them.
James, actually, he has some trades in the works, but it won't go through until Monday. I'm not going to talk about them because, yeah, I'm just gonna rate the team for what it is right now, and then I'll. Okay, so Zamazenta obviously disgustingly broken. Chi-Yu hits the ghost types that Zama doesn't hit well. They pair well synergistically, like for their typings. DOD, I'm not going to talk about right now. It's just like, yeah, I'm just not going to talk about it because it's one of the things that, is. Okay, I'll say what was traded, but I won't say what it was traded for. Iron Treads, I mean, amazing Pokemon, good spinner, strong, bulky, steel type, reliable. Amoonguss, regen, spore, all the annoying stuff. Garchomp, good ground type, good dragon, very versatile, can be defensive, can be offensive. Pairs very well with Tapu Fini. You get the fairy and the dragon. Smeargle, for hazards. Hatchram, a little bit of magic bounce action. Orbeetle, I think the thing runs like screens.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the thing that I noticed about James's team was that I can't remember if it was. Hold on, I'm trying to remember what the conversation was, because it happened a couple days ago, and I noticed. What was it? Something about it lacking momentum, I think. And then also it didn't have a ground immune. Oh, that's it. That's it. Yeah. So he's trading DOD and I think Iron Treads for something with off the ground because EQ is free. And then he's picked one of them is going to be a steal, but yeah, I don't want to talk too much about that because that's his business. But I think this team, as it's shown right here, I would give like a high B, low A, maybe, or maybe just like high B. I think honestly, because some of
Yeah.
the pieces are really strong. Once the trades go through, it will be stronger. But that was the hole that I noticed. The biggest hole was that there's no fucking like ground immune. So we'll go on to Nathan. Nathan's team.
Daniel.
Oh, Nathaniel, sorry. Nathaniel. The first two picks, super scary and strong. However, they both are item locked, so not a huge fan of that. But I do like the two Pokemon. They do pair well together. They're both scary. Screamtail, adding a little bit of bulk, adding a little bit of versatility. Get some wish, get some screens, got some, some versatility there. And then the Hisui Gudra to pair with it. So you've got Dragon, Fairy, Steel, and just two Pokemon. Incineroar and Rotom Wash create Volt Turn with U-Turn and Volt Switch. Also, Parting Shot is an option. Gliscor. This guy really hates Earthquake, and I understand why, because Regieleki, you want stuff to like switch in. For it, Scrafty, good low tier pick, good value. Spiritomb, nice for walling. Scary fighting types that don't get great coverage to hit it. Overall, Jared, what are you thinking for this team?
It's hard because he has good things and then he has more bad things. I'm gonna give it a solid B.
Solid B. All right, fair. I agree with that actually. All right, Brian Walters, real quick. Iron Bundle, strongest shit. It doesn't have technically anything, any typing that walls it due to like freeze dry. But the thing with Bundle is you have to hit. You have to hit Hydro Pump. So despite having perfect coverage, kind of a dice roll Pokemon. Melmetal, love it. Scary offensively, doesn't die to like anything in one shot, like very bold, always guaranteed something. Cinderace, I like it in draft, very versatile, good hazard removal, good ability. With Libero, it's basically whatever you want it to be. It can set up, it can pivot, it can wisp and cripple things. Urshifu Rapid, good pairing with the typing, the original typing. He's got like a good like little Volt Turn core going with that. Heatran, it's got two really good abilities. So if you're fighting like, I don't know, like some scary Typhlosion in the sun or something like that, you can put this thing on a balloon and forever wall it. Although you could click Focus Blast, but nobody's clicking Focus Blast. It's gonna miss anyways. One of the best Pokemon in the game. You gotta hit Magma Storms though. Ditto, I mean, I get it. Like if you're scared of hyper offense, Ditto's like a good way to discourage that. Duraludon, probably don't need Duraludon when you have Melmetal, but whatever. Galarian Corsola, annoying as shit, but once it's knocked off, it's more manageable. Gastrodon, don't like it, just because of HP Grass being available. Bouffalant, I think, is a really undervalued Pokemon. 3 points. This thing has like insane breaking power, and it's reasonably bulky. Pairs well with the little U-turn thing he's got going on, U-turn, flip turn thing. I don't know, Jared, what do you think for this team, like rating wise?
I think if he had Pyukumuku or Tapu Koko, it would be a solid B plus, but I'm gonna give it a B minus because it has no way of supporting Bundle.
That's true. Okay, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, B plus, B. What'd you say? B in the middle or B minus?
B minus.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it's got a good foundation. Could use a little work. Final team, Scotty Baker. That's our boy, coming out of retirement. He led off with Ogerpon, Hearthflame, and Kyurem. These two are really, really scary. I don't like the item lock on Hearthflame, but like, it's with this Pokemon, I feel like it's one of those things where, yeah, you know it's coming, but what are you gonna do to stop it? Like, it's really hard.
Right.
It's really hard to stop. You can run like if you. So I was actually thinking about this Actually, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not even gonna say that. I don't want to get sniped in trades. But there is a creative way that you can wall this. Hippowdon pairs with the Dracozolt. That's like a matchup fish kind of thing. Like there are some matchups that Dracozolt just wins at preview, so like I get that. Florges being the Z Captain. I mean, it can Calm Mind up and probably break, but mostly this is like an obstacle defensively. So not quite sure how I feel about that being Z, but whatever. It's, you know, it's still a good Pokemon. Landorus Incarnate also goes well with Hippo. Doesn't take residual chip from Sand. I don't know if Sand Force is banned.
No, it's not.
Oh well, then there you go. That's pretty broken. This is Mega Aggron, one of your favorites. Again, pairs well with Sand too. Doesn't take residual chip. Cincino, this is something that Scotty just feels comfortable using, I guess, because he's drafted it several times. Tidy Up, get rid of the hazards, you get a little boosty boost, you get some good coverage, you get skill link, I like it. Moltres plus Hippo just seems... I mean, they're both weak to water, but otherwise they form a decent defensive backbone. I would say that this team... I mean, Kyurem is a decent water resist, so it's fine. I would like to see a better water resist, but other than that, it's a pretty strong and scary looking team, so I don't know, maybe like A. Like A minus.
I'm thinking A plus because of the Lando.
That's fair. HP Ice, though, you gotta look out for it. I also, last thing, Imp Dimp for 1 point. That's obviously just a Suicide Screens thing. Like, if you want to say, I don't know. So maybe he could run like Screens, SD Pawn, DD Kyurem, Double Dance Lando, iDef Mega Aggron, Tidy Up Cincino, maybe. Like, is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yeah, he could run he could run Hyper Offense with this if he really wanted to. It's a little bit like weird, but he could do it. But other than that, just seems like a kind of like a Sand balance, I guess. But yeah,
it's very, very defensive. It's going to be very hard to break Scotty.
Yeah. Florges on the special end is very difficult to break. Hippo very difficult to break on the physical end, and Moltres is also can be either or. So yeah,
plus filter
I like
mag. Yeah. Then you got plus filter Magron.
All right, yeah, that's true. I'm gonna end it because we're coming up on 40 minutes, and James is probably gonna hate me because he wants the videos to be shorter. But there's just so much to talk about. I feel like we honestly barely scratched the surface, but there's just so much. There's just so much to cover. Anyone who tapped in, we appreciate you. Keep your eyes peeled for following analytical videos and also gameplay highlights for week 1. The week started. I already got my match done. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it went well. We'll just say that. Yeah, love you all. Jared, you want to say anything to the people before I hit end?
Just want to say good luck to everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. May the odds be ever in your favor. Have a good one.